Hi guys, I'm supposed to be studying, but I'm lazy. So, actually, yeah, I'm supposed to be like studying, but I fell asleep and I just ate. I had my dinner and now I'm scrolling TikTok and I was like, should I just do live? And now I'm here. Kenyang banget. I ate too much. I have to actually study because like apa namanya? There's a lot of things I need to do. Like I'm taking 6 classes, right? And then like the professor is constantly assigning homework and readings. I have to read papers. Oh fuck. Oh sorry. I'm not supposed to curse. Sorry. Yeah. And then I have to prepare for my PhD application. I'm still like editing my CV, so yeah. Every time I try to take another route, and all right back to you. Cause I'm seeing on the sun, but I ignore the truth. Anyway, ngapain ya? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I think I should just apa namanya, take a shower and go to the library. And I want to drink organic tea. Oh, this coffee has gone rancid. Anyway. Ajarin aku masak rendang. To be honest, I don't really know how to masak rendang, guys. Anyway, dimasak in part 3 kapan upnya? Sebenarnya I just need Kak Iman's permission. I asked him to like review the video kan. I kayak ask Kak Iman buat ini boleh nggak diupload? Tapi belum jawab. Jadi nunggu Kak Imannya guys, bersabar. Kan Kak Iman sibuk juga mungkin. Jadi kita bersabar. Factory reset pakai English. Yeah. Actually, like, my Indonesian has been improving a lot, so, yeah. I don't know. Kamu gabut sih tiba-tiba live. Sebenarnya, I have a lot of things to do, it's just that I don't want to do them. It's called procrastinating, guys. Nggak kuliah. Tadi udah. Hari ini kelasnya itu sampai jam 3 doang. Habis itu I tidur. Karena I kurang tidur. Yes. Ikan cupang. Jerawatmu tulo. Mana kagak ada? Gak ada. There's no jerawat. Ini cuma bekas, guys. Ini bekas. Where's jerawat? There's no jerawat. Mana? Tidak ada jerawat. Why your laugh is so cute? I don't know. I don't think my laugh is cute. I think that my voice sounds very annoying. Like sometimes like I saw my videos like on TikTok, right? Kayak video repost dari let's say live bareng teman or something like that. Terus kayak I dengerin my voice and I'm like, why does my voice sound so annoying? I don't know why. Anyway. Kamu anak keberapa di Raya FM? Sebenarnya harusnya itu I anak pertama kan, and Andreas anak terakhir. But I maunya jadi anak terakhir. Do you have a brother? I do. Like I have Andreas as my brother. And then I have 3 older brothers. Like that's actually like from my family. Bika ambolnya udah habis, sebenarnya masih sisa 2. Ay, kekenyangan sekarang. Every time I try to take another route, yeah, all the road leads. Oh ya, sebenarnya dari tadi tuh ayah nge-spam ini kan, nge-spam apa namanya? Nge-spam apa sih namanya? What is this called? Ini tuh apa? Channel. Oh, there you go. WA channel. Aing nge-spam WA channel apa dengan apa namanya TikTok. And then like I wanna show you guys. Ini tuh bagus banget. This part, I really like this part. Yeah, this song is like very sad kan. Apa namanya kayak the meanings of the lyrics itu kayak kayak sad gitu kan. Tapi kayak even though I'm not sad, I tuh kayak pingin I don't know, pingin menghayati. Is that the right word? Menghayati the songs karena bagus banget. Begitu. Suka Okem or Twice, dua-duanya.
You're not respecting Magnus.
And then I've been like watching about this kind of TikTok. What was the name? Apa sih namanya? Cat's Eye. Oh, keren banget ini apaan? University of Hasanuddin. Oh iya itu, Kak Iman shared di grup. Oh my god, I'm scrolling on TikTok while on live TikTok. It's crazy. Bro, I actually before Choche, I nggak main TikTok sama sekali kan. Terus sekarang jadi like addicted to TikTok. That's crazy, bro. Freaking crazy. Yeah. Anyway. Apa yang lagi ya? What should I do? Bro, that's crazy. Apa itu? Wait. Bro, I'm panicking. Wait a minute. Never mind. Okay. Spill skincare sehari-hari. Skincare aku nanti bakal di-upload ke guys hari ini. My skincare routine. My Cortez bias is actually Martin. Yeah. Is it Martin? Yeah, Martin. Martin, play that beat. I like Martin because they are very talented. Okay, thank God no one noticed. Oh. Where's my... Okay, thank God. Apa lagi ya? Sejujurnya I don't really know what to do if I go live alone. Kayak, what do people do when they go on lives alone? Kayak ngapain ya? I juga nggak tahu guys. Kayak just talking gitu ya. I juga nggak tahu. What should I do? Ikan cupang. Baca komen. Dari tadi baca komen. Apa itu tadi? Gimana cara menyembunyikan dari ortu dan teman-teman lain kalau ikut cewek? Kalau teman-teman kan emang gak kasih tahu kan. And also like apa namanya? I don't really have lots of Indonesian friends. So at least in Korea, right? And so like I juga just nggak ngasih tahu kan waktu apa di recruit buat cewek. But for my parents, I only kasih tahu my mom waktu udah mau ke Indonesia. Jadi kayak I ngabarin my mom doang. Karena I feel like it's, I don't know, I feel like I should tell my mom gitu loh. If I'm going back to Indonesia. Jadi kayak I bilang, oh ya mom, I have this competition and kayak ke Indonesia bentar doang gitu. Terus tahu nggak? Waktu I bilang ke my mom bilang ke semua orang. Jadi kayak bro. Terus waktu itu sampai sampai di teks apa, bukan di teks, tapi di remind sama ruang guru timnya kayak nggak boleh kasih tahu siapa. Padahal aja mau kasih tahu my mom kayak apa namanya, biar my mom nggak khawatir gitu loh, you know, like apa namanya, like you know, you wanna tell them something, you know, your parents is important, so your parents are important gitu kan. Tapi tiba-tiba kayak apa, Maya bilang ke my sister, terus my sister bilang kayak ini terus begitu. Jadi kayak bro, no, I told you don't tell anyone. Iya udah, tapi dimaklumi saja lah ya. Jadi ya udah. Dan also pada akhirnya kan nggak kenapa-napa juga sebenarnya. Jadi ya udah. Untung nggak kebongkar ya. I mean even though kebongkar kayak orang-orang juga nggak tahu siapa, you know, like no one knows who I am. So kayak I don't think it really matters. I don't know. Tips lesung pipi, huh? Mana gue tahu, I lahir ada ini guys. I don't know. Bima habis keramas kah? Tadi pagi keramas. Udah mandi belum? Belum. First impression ketemu Andreas. Anaknya very bergaul. And iya, gitu doang. Ingin banget. Rahasia pinter apa? Ini kenapa dingin banget? Sebenarnya like do I think I'm smart to a certain extent? Iya. Mungkin to a certain extent I think that I'm inherently intelligent and smart to a certain extent ya. Tapi kayak I know like a lot of people are way smarter than me kan. Tapi in my opinion like like your inherent smartness can only get you so far. Like you have to work hard, you know. Maksudnya kayak kayak you pintar dari lahir can only get you so. How do I say that in Indonesian? It's like kayak maksudnya kayak pintar doang is often not enough in my opinion. Kayak nggak cukup buat pintar doang saja. Like you have to be like, I think you also have to be like hardworking. Karena kayak misalnya, like it's like what Lutfi said, you know, kayak waktu di kita nge-live bareng Abel dan lain-lain itu kan Lutfi said kayak kayak orang genius versus like orang yang biasa aja tapi working hard, gitu. Working hard. I mean orang misalnya like you have a subject. And this person itu terobsesi dengan subjeknya, tapi dia tuh nggak jenius banget. Sedangkan ada yang orang yang jenius dengan subjek itu, tapi yeah. But like in my opinion, like being genius is like can only get you so far. Karena biasanya orang yang ngerasa dia tuh pintar dalam satu subjek ini, biasanya they're really lazy. And like once they get lazy, usually like the hardworking people bisa, you know, surpass the lazy genius. Unless the genius person is actually like working hard, then that would be a problem. But like as long as you work hard, it usually pays off. Yeah. Usually. Yeah. Cause like that's my case, you know, like in the even in organic chemistry, karena I waktu itu ngambil kelas organic chemistry, right? And then like there was this one girl and she was like doing so well from the very first beginning kan, I think. And then dia tuh kayak emang orangnya pinter kan. And I think she's smarter than me. Tapi kayak I think I worked harder. So at the end of the day, kayak at the end of the at the end of the semester, kayak my grades were like significantly higher than hers. Although she's like way smarter than me. So yeah, so I think like being being a genius or like being smart inherently can only get you so far. Um, it's the work that you put in at the end of the day that matters, I think, in most of the cases. So yeah. Karena biasanya kayak kalau you udah terlalu smart and you think you're smart, that's another thing. You should never think that you're smart. I mean, you should never think that you're smart enough, and it should never be enough. Karena kayak once you get satisfied and once you get comfortable, kayak you don't really try to work harder, and you just get comfortable and you get stuck on that point, and you can never improve. So like never think that you're smart enough, and never think that you're good enough. I mean, I guess to a certain extent. Never become too comfortable in your own situation gitu loh. Does that make sense? I don't know. Ya gitu. Please bahasa Indo maafkan. I juga nggak tahu kalau ngomong kayak gini bahasa Indonya gimana. Like I don't know. Maksudnya kayak ya gitu. Maksudnya kalau you jadi orang kalau misalnya you ngerasa you pinter, biasanya itu you bakal jadi lazy, kan malas karena you ngerasa you udah pintar, ngapain belajar lagi, ngapain working hard lagi. Tapi mindset itu yang sebenarnya very toxic, and harusnya nggak you pakai mindset itu, karena once you think that way you become lazy and you become too comfortable and you become too nyaman. Jadinya itu kayak nggak berusaha untuk work harder and improve yourself, and so you don't reach to that higher level, you don't surpass your own version. You cannot really become your best version, if you are stuck in that mindset gitu. Ya gitu, maksudnya jangan terlalu ngerasa lu kepintaran jadi mager improve gitu. That's what I'm trying to say. Gitu. Yeah, that's the thing. And so jadi kayak if you think like ada scenario like orang genius tapi lazy, and then orang yang biasa aja tapi working hard. Biasanya orang biasa aja yang working hard yang like do better than the orang genius itu. Itu dia. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, why is it? I don't know how to say it in proper English and proper, like learning like 3 languages at the same time. Kayak jadinya itu bikin your kayak jadi bahasa Indonesianya itu nggak sempurna banget, and then bahasa Inggrisnya itu juga nggak sempurna banget, and then bahasa Koreanya juga nggak sempurna banget. Jadi kayak the more languages you learn, in my opinion ya, kayak your capabilities buat perfect that language itu kayak jadi berkurang, karena your brain tuh harus like make up space buat learn the new languages. Jadi kayak capacity buat speak that one language secara sempurna itu jadi kayak berkurang, and then like capek gue ya gitu deh. Ya gitu deh. Kenapa gue jadi marah-marah di TikTok ya? Very tidak jelas. Jadi tidak soft spoken lagi. Ini kita makan bika Ambon. Sebenarnya ayah kenyang sih, jadi ayah mau cuil saja dikit. How do I do this? Tadi udah dipanasin, and sekarang dingin lagi jadi agak keras. But makan bika Ambon. Enak. It tastes very coconutty. Aku nggak tahu, aku pernah coba bika Ambon atau belum. Kayaknya pernah, tapi I don't really remember. Tapi enak ini guys, sumpah. Kalau waktu panas gitu, very enak. Karena waktu panas bika Ambon itu very soft, right? And when bika Ambon is very soft, jadinya itu kayak very kenyal. Bima coba gnarly. Jadi sekarang gue ngedance nih. Gnarly. Itu bika Ambonnya Cimehong, kayaknya bukan ya guys. Kayak Andreas nggak tahu beli di mana, beli di airport atau gimana sih, juga nggak tahu. Jadi ini tuh yang belinya itu Andreas dan Rafael. Waktu Nerianya mau pergi ke Korea, terus Nerianya karena kebanyakan kasih ke I dikit gitu. pilih jenius or ganteng. I want to be like, my goal in life is to be like overly educated while being attractive at the same time. I mean, kayak my goal in life tuh, one of my goals in life itu tuh kayak mau jadi professor, right? And I want to get my PhD. Apa pengen dapet PhD? Maybe S3 gitu kan. Terus at the same time I want to be like freaking hot. Karena like most of them professors itu kan kayak, when you think of a professor, what comes in your mind? Kayak bald old people, right? But I don't want to be a bald professor. Kayak I gak mau jadi professor yang bald. I want to become like professor yang attractive gitu loh. Jadi I pilih dua-duanya, ganteng and genius. Bro, I wish. I don't know. Bima udah bisa velocity-nya Sandy belum? Udah kok, waktu itu sebenarnya kita tuh, me and Sandy itu ada velocity baru, velocity twice. Tapi belum diupload sama Sandy. Mungkin kita tunggu saja ya. Nyari yang mana? Nyari ya di tempatnya dia lah. Gitu. Bima kapan upload part 3-nya? Tunggu approval Kak Iman. Ngapain lagi ya? Masuk Yonsei pakai sertifikat rumah. Hah? Sertifikat rumah? What? Hah? Maksudnya? I don't understand. Bikin velocity sendirian aja. Gimana sih velocity? I cuma ingat velocity yang waktu final chapter. Gitu. Hai ikan cupang. Jadi today I met my professor, right? And then kita tadi itu nge-review my CV. And then like there's still a lot of improvement to be done for my CV. Ini grup ini ramai banget, ada apa? Oh, Andreas lagi nge-live juga. Andreas lagi nge-live ya guys. Tapi dia lagi nge-live sama Jazz Goes to Campus. Dia lagi sibuk kali. I think Andreas is really cool. Yeah. Anyway, Andreas lagi kerja kayaknya, dia lagi nge-live sama Jazz Goes to itu. Mungkin itu collab atau something like that. Kasih tips sama Yonsei. Sebenarnya kayak if you're a high school student and you wanna get into like international schools abroad, maksudnya pertama ya first is your English kan. Maksudnya kayak like you have to be able to speak English probably in most cases, yeah. Yeah, I mean, so improve your English so that you can take TOEFL and IELTS. Sebenarnya I have to take TOEFL too. I have to daftar TOEFL guys, karena aplikasi buat PhD itu perlu TOEFL. Terus my TOEFL udah expired. I took TOEFL in 2023 kan, kayak iseng-iseng doang. Terus kayak Kenapa I took waktu 2023? Kayak kenapa nggak 2024 aja kayak cause like mereka butuhnya kayak apa maksimal 2 tahun and kayak udah lewat 2 tahun. Sedih banget. Pusing. So I have to retake the TOEFL. It's not a hard thing to do, tapi kayak mager doang kayak. I juga lupa TOEFL tuh dia ngetes apa aja, I juga lupa sebenarnya. Begitu. Jadi kalau misalnya again back to the conversation. Jadi kalau misalnya you guys are apa namanya high school student di Indonesia terus mau masuk kampus luar negeri, pertama ya improve your English kan. So there's English Academy. If you want to improve your English, you can try English Academy. Kalau misalnya you mau perlu bantuan, if you think you can like study on your own, silahkan. I mean, yeah, I juga study on my own when I was learning English gitu kan. It's not an impossible thing to do. Okay? Gitu. And then aside from improving your English, jadi so improving your English enough so that you can speak fluently, and also to take the IELTS or TOEFL gitu kan to get good grades. Habis itu, selain English, you have to think about, you have to consider going to like apa namanya, let's say international schools yang punya international curriculums. Karena kalau misalnya you ambil yang international curriculum gitu, for example IB or AP or like Cambridge system, you know, like the A levels, it's probably like more likely you get accepted to those kind of universities gitu. Especially if you want to go to like let's say Canada or the States or the UK. Soalnya kan emang kurikulumnya udah terrecognize. Karena I don't think Indonesian curriculum itu kayak terlalu direcognize gitu. Jadi kayak maybe consider taking those international curriculum. Kalau misalnya you ambil national curriculum, I think bisa-bisa aja. As long as you have a really good portfolio. Jadi aside from taking those curriculum, the other thing you have to consider that you have to get good grades. Right? So do well in your classes. You know, study hard. And get good grades. If you get like a good ranking in your class, that would be great. And then after that, consider itu apa namanya, like extracurricular activities. That's really important. So for example, ikut student council atau misalnya partisipasi di organisasi misalnya bikin your own business. That's also a thing. Bikin your own organisasi. That's also possible. So leadership experience is really important. Besides that, misalnya kompetisi di Olimpiade, OSN, stuff like that, you know, kompetisi gitu. Jadi kayak, so getting the good grades in class, that's really important. And of course, your portfolio outside of class, that's also really important. Jadi kayak so you just need to build your portfolio gitu loh. Jadi kayak dari segi lomba, segi organisasi, leadership, terus segi good grades di kelasnya itu gimana, terus your English and awards and stuff like that. And after that you're done. Yeah, that's it really. Yeah, so your English, your nilai, and then your extracurricular activities. That's it. And honors and awards. Yeah. I mean, it's easier said than done, of course. Kayak achieving all of those things in high school, kayak emang nggak gampang juga. Maksudnya kayak gitu. Tapi ya itulah caranya. Karena if you see like apa namanya, kayak misalnya like I think mau kan got accepted to let's say UC Berkeley kan. Tapi I think mau waktu national curriculum kan, and dia bisa aja masuk kayak UC Berkeley gitu kan, karena dia emang portfolio dia bagus banget. I think dari SMA-nya dia juga nilainya bagus, and then kayak dia ikut all of those competitions, and then anaknya emang pintar, jadi kayak ya gitu. Jadi building that portfolio itu yang really important. Yes. Bika Ambon enak banget tuh, Bay. Portfolio yang kamu pakai apa aja? Jadi waktu I apply, jadi my portfolio itu kayak for the grades, I itu ranking 5 di seluruh angkatan. Jadi kayak nggak bagus-bagus amat lah, tapi ya mending lah ranking 5. I ranking 5 buat nilainya ya. Jadi kayak in terms of grades kayak biasa-biasa doang, you know, like average student lah. Karena waktu SMA I emang nggak begitu niat belajar, kayak I mostly kayak cuman main-main doang. And then tapi I itu leadership experience-nya itu ada. Jadi I was student council president, ketua OSIS. Terus habis itu I kayak jadi ketua OSIS 1 tahun, terus member OSIS 1 tahun, jadi 2 tahun di OSIS. Habis itu I ikut Model United Nations. Model United Nations itu kayak I menang berapa lomba gitu, 2 lomba maybe. And then jadi I think Model United Nations I ikut 3 lomba, 2 lomba menang. Abis itu dari Model UN I ikut apa lagi ya? What else did I do? Bruh, what else did I do? I have no recollection of high school, to be honest. What else did I do? I don't know. Apa lagi sih? Let me think. I feel like there's more. I don't know. I forgot. To be honest, I forgot. Ya, pokoknya itulah. Jadi competition Model UN, and then ketua OSIS, and then itu jadi nilai, terus extracurricular activities. Habis itu IELTS-nya I got 8.0 dari 9. Jadi 8 out of 9. Udah itu dong, kalau nggak salah ya. And then I got 2 recommendation letters from my teachers. And that's it. Competition Model UN itu apa? Model United Nations. Jadi Model United Nations itu adalah MUN. Apa itu? MUN itu jadi kayak I think kayak I juga nggak tahu sih apa kayak the exact thing itu apa, tapi kayak I think kayak sidang PBB gitu loh. PBB itu apa sih? I don't really know what PBB is, but ya United Nations, you guys know kan United Nations. Ya gitulah. Ya MUN. Terus udah. Jadi kayak if you think about it, kayak my stats were not that great, you know? Kayak my portfolio kayak biasa-biasa aja. So if I can like rewind time, if I could do it all over again, I would probably take the IB first of all. I would take the IB. I would go to into like international school. I would take the IB. I would probably ikut olimpiade kayak gitu biar bisa dapat lebih banyak chance. Kind of like literally waktu high school, I don't know why, but I never really consider olimpiade gitu. Karena I emang waktu high school tuh I nggak begitu passionate in the subject gitu loh. Kayak I baru suka chemistry itu waktu I masuk kuliah, jadi kayak ya udah gitu dah. Kamu apply berapa Unifood? So really, I cuma apply 3 in total, I think. U of T, Hanyang University, and Yonsei University. Masuknya Yonsei. Begitu. Oke, daripada kita gabut, mending kita edit CVI. Let me show you guys how to make CV. This is like the proper way to make CV in my opinion. Cause like there's the proper way and there's the improper way. Improper tuh apa sih? Apa sih improper? What's improper in Indonesia, I don't know. Improper teh naon. Itu yang di belakang apa? Ini poster kucing guys. Jadi I'll show you guys what my CV looks like in a moment. I have to oh my god, organic chemistry. I mean organometallic chemistry. Tada, the trans effect. Dari kemarin ini mulu. Perasaan I enggak move on. But anyway, tuh kan I got distracted again. But jadi I will show you guys what my CV looks like at the moment. Like CV or resume, same stuff. But I should probably delete these. How do I remove these? Okay. So let me show you guys what my resume looks like at the moment. Jadi this is the resume. Usually kayak when you think about a resume itu kan pasti I don't know ya, tapi kayak Indonesian version itu kayak ada fotonya di sini. Terus kayak you know like abar gue tunjukin. Kayak this is what I'm talking about. Kayak resume template. Iya, kayak gini nih. Nih kayak gini. Nih kayak gini kan, pasti template-nya itu kayak ada ini fotonya di sini, terus kayak gini kan. But in the professional settings, that's actually not the proper one. Jadi kayak at least for the States ya, kalau misalnya kayak in the United States kayak gitu tuh sebenarnya nggak begitu proper. Apa sih proper? I don't know what proper is in Indonesian. Jadi nggak begitu proper. The proper one is like kayak gini. Jadi kayak there's no photo. Kenapa nggak ada foto? Karena kalau misalnya ada foto, it will bikin the recruiter yang buat jobnya itu lebih biased. Karena misalnya kalau misalnya orang yang cantik, orang yang ganteng, biasanya kan orang kalau misalnya gitu kan, misalnya you can get biased buat hire orang itu kan orangnya itu cantik or ganteng gitu kan. Or misalnya orang yang jelek, jadi you nggak mau hire dia karena mukanya dia jelek or something like that. Jadi we're prone to bias gitu loh guys. Jadi oleh karena itu usually nggak ada fotonya tuh untuk menghindari bias itu. Gitu pertama. And then so that's why it's like this usually. Jadi like the CV-nya itu starts with your name, right? And then like for me at least there's my university and then like the place is really important. And then di sini tuh ada nomor telepon sama your email. Terus biasanya you can put in your LinkedIn profile di sini. Of course ini I ilangin email and phone numbernya gitu. Terus habis itu first is overview or like jadi kayak brief introduction gitu loh, kayak who are you gitu. Jadi kayak a short summary. Summary itu apa sih? A short summary tentang your whole professional introduction gitu loh. Jadi for me, like I'm a senior majoring in life science and biotechnology at Yonsei University with a strong academic record and extensive undergraduate research experience in the field of organic and medicinal chemistry, blah, blah, blah. Jadi pertama, of course, introduction kayak misalnya if you're a senior, if you're a junior, terus your major, terus where do you work? For example, di Yonsei University, terus kayak your research interest apa, gitu. Something like that. And of course, your education. Education is really important. Jadi kayak misalnya Yonsei University and then Bachelor of Science and majornya apa, GPA-nya berapa, rankingnya berapa, expected graduation-nya apa. Terus kayak di sini dates-nya gitu. Habis itu for me karena I mau apply buat PhD, jadi kayak it's really important buat kasih tahu relevant coursework-nya itu apa. Relevant coursework itu aslinya kayak kelas-kelas apa yang you ambil yang relevan untuk jobnya itu. Jadi misalnya I mau PhD di organic chemistry, berarti I list kelas-kelasnya yang terkait dengan organic chemistry and gitu-gitu. Begitu. Habis itu you can get you bisa masukin yang honors and grants. Honors and grants itu kayak awards gitu lah. Jadi kayak saya I got honor roll, highest honor roll, gini-gini. I participated in science fair, terus dapat scholarship gitu-gitu. So ya, jadi kayak kalau misalnya you masukin honor roll kan pasti jadi orangnya tahu kayak oh dia berarti yang paling topnya dari seluruh majornya atau gimana gitu kan. Gitu. Habis itu baru the research experience for me kayak research experience kayak gini di mana advisornya siapa dari kapan sampai kapan, terus kayak waktu di researchnya itu kayak you ngapain aja kayak gini like the skills. Jadi it's really important to like tell the like write in your resume itu kayak your skills itu apa. Jadi the skills that you got from the experience itu apa? Jadi for me like karena it's relevant to chemistry kayak all of these skills gitu loh. So something like that. And then like I have like 1, 2, 3. I have 3 undergraduate research experience, and then after that, I have my teaching experience. Jadi I was undergraduate tutor for this center in Yonsei. I was teaching advanced organic chemistry or organic synthesis gitu, terus organic chemistry 2. Terus I belum bikin yang bawah-bawahnya, tapi kayak ini jadi gitu dah. Yes, jadi masih diedit tapi begitu guys. Aduh capek gue. Begitu. So that's how I write my CV. Of course kayak depending on where you apply, kayak depending itu apa sih, tergantung di mana kalian apply jobnya ya, CV-nya pasti beda-beda kan. Jadi kayak gitu. Template share boleh nggak? Sebenarnya I mau upload ini CV di my LinkedIn kalau udah selesai. Misalnya kalau udah jadi setelah I jadi. Tapi ada email I and phone number di sini. Jadi I don't know man. Maybe. Begitu deh. Begitu. So at least this is the CV that I have for science gitu, for science major ya. Buat apply for graduate school. That's why ya gitu. Jadi kalau kalau misalnya ada yang bilang apa? Itu kan ada yang bilang bener I kerja di HRD teh, Human Resources Department. Suka jadi subjektif gitu kalau lihat foto, bener kan? That's why kayak sekarang itu kayak banyak banget yang nggak pakai fotonya supaya tidak subjektif. Jadi you're hiring people based on their skills, not based on their looks. You know, it's really important gitu. Tapi again it depends on where you apply, karena kayak masih banyak tempat yang lebih prefer you masukin foto juga. Jadi kayak it depends on where you apply gitu juga sebenarnya, begitu. Kalau di Indo masih pakai foto gitu, ya mungkin kayak gitu. Karena kalau nggak salah ya di United States itu ada kayak you can get sued if you, kalau misalnya the applicants yang mau daftar kerja itu mikir bahwa you nge-bias, misalnya you got rejected from the job karena mereka bias terhadap your looks, you can get sued by the applicant. So that's why they don't really put the photos gitu. Tapi tergantung juga, as I said, you know. Begitu guys. Anyway, yeah. Kalau nyari AC kedinginan, kalau nggak nyari AC kepanasan. What should I do? Begitu. Setelah ini mau lanjut S2 kemana? Mau lanjut S3 guys, bukan S2 sebenarnya. Begitu. I should study actually. I should go to the library and freaking study. Cause oh my god, I need to do my readings. Gitu. Apply S3 ke univ apa aja. Sebenarnya I have the list here. I coba kasih lihat listnya ya. I'm applying to a lot actually, but the university that I really want is Irvine. Kalau nggak Irvine, Emory. I really want to go to Emory, I think. Yeah. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, because you never know, you know. Begitu. Mau template-nya aja boleh nggak? Saya boleh aja sih. I mean, like, why not? Kayak template CV. I tinggal nge-blur itunya dong. Tapi belum jadi guys. Jadi kayak tunggu jadi dulu ya. Nanti I upload di LinkedIn. Begitu. Ya begitu guys. Jadi kalian semangat ya bikin CV. Ya gitu deh. Anyway, jadi sekarang ngapain lagi ya? Bima, kamu apa ke Yohan? Kamu kirim video Cimehong ke Yohan? Sebenarnya sebelum kayak waktu kayak apa? Sebenarnya I tuh nggak begitu deket sama Yohan kan sebelum ini. Jadi kayak kayak apa namanya? Tapi I tuh iseng-iseng aja kirim ke Yohan kayak video-video TikTok. Ya, semoga lebih bergaul dengan Yohan ya guys. Jadi cara bergaul adalah kirim video Cimehong ke TikTok. Bergaul Tips 101 by Bima. Cara bergaul, kirim Cimehong. Ikan cupang. Jadi saya meracuni semua orang dengan Cimehong, benar sekali. So, I tuh kalau misalnya I ngeliat video Cimehong yang bagus ya, I tuh kirim ke Andreas, Rafael, Neria, Yohan. Jadi kayak Raya Family plus Yohan. I kirim. Terus kalau funny banget, I kirim ke Raya Family WA channel or ke my channel. Gitu. Curiga anaknya Cimehong. Bukan guys, my mom is not Cimehong. Tapi low-key like Cimehong reminds me of my mom. But Cimehong juga reminds me of my mom sejujurnya. Mungkin kita saudaraan sama Cimehong. Anyway. Oke, sekarang I mau upload video. Ada video yang I mau upload di Instagram. Kalian lihat ya. Terus habis itu I mau belajar. Oke, bye-bye guys. Bye. Udahan dulu. Thank you for joining. Tim marketing Cimehong. Yes, tim marketingnya Cimehong plus tim marketing English Academy. Join English Academy sekarang. Biar I jadi brand ambassador English Academy. Oke, bye-bye.